Kennedy, Kilby, and Javier are nominated for eviction, but Javier holds the golden power veto. Will he use it? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven.
My hand in your back pocket, holding on so tight, going to blue jean heaven. A little denim on denim, we're gonna dance all night. The way you're wearing those 70s, and girl you look like 11. My hand in your back pocket, holding on so tight, going to blue jean heaven. A little denim on denim, a little denim on denim. A little denim on denim.
Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 41 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Michael is the head of household. He nominated Kilby for eviction, and Kennedy was the second nominee for opening the white Lindor, which is the yellow M&M disadvantage, or punishment, as you will. And then Willy Wonka nominated Javier as the third nominee. But Javier won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Deal or No Deal Golden Power Veto competition after Michael threw it. Will he use it? We'll find out shortly. Probably. But first, so I have a lot to get to. It was a very busy weekend, and I carried over yesterday's notes to today, so I will try not to go on for half an hour, but no promises. So, let's start off with something interesting. Jonathan from Season 3 and All-Stars sent me a message on Facebook, and when I saw that he messaged me, I thought, oh crap, he's giving me shit for what I said about him, about how he doesn't leave home, or something about his dog. I can't even remember what it was. Or about how I've dealt with, far worse people this season because I dealt with Jonathan. But anyway, he actually sent a nice message. I was very, very, very surprised. He sent this. Hey Andrew, it's me, Vinny. Doogie Howser's friend from the Doogie Howser show. Hope you're well. I just wanted to let you know that I think BB Cheesecake is great this season. Love the theme as a fellow chocolate-obsessed individual. The cast is great as well. I know how much work it all is to put together, and it's always very impressive. I'm a little behind in the videos, but I hope to catch up soon. Love you, Doogie. Signed, Vinny. Right, so that was actually very nice. Jonathan and I just haven't talked much in the since All-Stars because of everything that happened, but it was very nice, and I responded nicely, and it was very nice. Okay, I can reveal that there was a twist all season long with the Lindor sampler. One person caught it right away, and a lot of other people took quite a few weeks to get it. So, starting from week 1, every single week, I had a logo from a previous season of Big Brother Cheesecake on the door behind me. The first person who could identify the logo would get a trivia question about that season. There were 99 trivia questions, 1 through 99. And if they got it right, they would add wedges to the wheel, to the Lindor sampler wheel. If they got it wrong, then that's okay, but they would not get a second guess. So, let's see what happened here. So, week 1, Bridget caught this right away. Bridget answered the question correctly. She added 1 wedge. Then week 2, Bridget must have been stoned or something because nobody caught when this was on the door. Then week 3, again, nobody caught it. A lot of people were saying this looks like, I think, was it a cross or something? Somebody was saying, or a mountain? I don't remember. There were a lot of funny guesses. Bridget, of course, knew because of the deduction from the first week that this was the Cheesecake Season 4 logo. And she correctly identified the trivia question. The trivia question, basically, she said 1 to 99, and it would correspond on a grid to a certain week and event. So, for instance, I don't remember this one, but who was the Golden Power Veto winner week 3? She would say Megan. Hi, Megan! And that would be correct. So she added 2 wedges to the wheel that week. Then the following week, she got it again. I can't remember the question, but she got it right. She added 3 wedges. So she had like 6 bonus wedges on top of the 3 she already had. Then the following week, Bridget got the question wrong. The question was, who was the third person evicted from season 2? She said Donnie. Donnie quit. So I did not count this as an eviction. The third person evicted in actually, the question specified who was evicted week 3. So what I meant by that was Raven. And she got it wrong. She then told a couple of people, I won't name names, who then got their trivia question wrong. So nobody got any wedges for season 2. And then for season 1, and now at this point Bridget wasn't eligible because she already had the poo, so she didn't need any more wedges. Javier identified the season 1 cheesecake logo. He actually said, I think it's season 6. No. Season 5, no. And then he went on to say, I don't think it's season 1 through 4, so I'm going to stop. And I'm like, okay. And then he came back a few hours later with, oh, is it season 1? And I'm like, yeah, it is season 1. So Javier added 5 wedges, because that one was worth 5 to the wheel. So Jenna, early on in the season, she asked, are the wedges transferable? I was initially going to say no, but I'm like, why the hell not? So I said yes to Jenna way back when. And when Bridget got the poo, she had 5 extra wedges. She transferred 2 of them to... Oh, crap. Yeah, 2 of them to Kilby and 3 of them to Brooke. So, Kilby obviously used all of his. That's how he got them last week, in case you were wondering. And Brooke added some. So I can reveal now, and this is the accurate count, that of the 5 remaining people who have not yet gone to the Lindor sampler, which would be Brooke, Callum, Javier, Kilby, Owen. Owen and Kilby have 0 wedges left. They have their wedges on the wheel, but they have 0 additional wedges. Callum has 2. Brooke has 3. Javier has 7. As of right now, there are currently 3 blank wedges on the wheel. So Brooke or Callum could add wedges if they want. Javier is probably smarter to wait, because if Houseguest gets evicted, he can add more wedges than that. Remember, you can only add wedges to the wheel once per week. And there's no window for it. You can do it whenever. Speaking of cookies, I went to my favorite cookie place, Craig's Cookies, and finally, I've seen it on the website for years, they finally had this cookie, which I bought for the trainees who are graduating tomorrow in their transit operator program. Here is a picture of the cookies. Nutella cookies. I had one. So good. I love Nutella. The Nutella cheesecake, hazelnut chocolate crunch, was my favorite from Cheesecake Factory until those bastards got rid of it. And then I also loved, oh my god, what was the other one? There's something. Oh, Tim Hortons, the s'mores donuts that are filled with Nutella. And I'm not talking about the current s'mores donut. There's a different one from only certain locations have it. Oh, so amazing. I love Nutella. I love it on literally anything. I think you've all heard the joke already. I learned to give good rim jobs by licking Nutella jars clean. Yeah. Yeah. So where the heck was I going with this? So that's where the Lindor... Oh, yeah, the cookies. So my trainees, because I'm a transit driving instructor for My Way, my trainees, whenever they graduate, they get cookies and they get Lindt bunnies or Lindt chocolate. And we go to brunch at IHOP, which I'm going to get to in a second. We get sushi lunches. Where else have we gone for lunch? We went to Sherway once for lunch, but there's not much there. I forgot where else we went. We went to somewhere else for lunch. But yeah, if you become a transit operator My Way and I train you, you get to have lots of treats. It's basically half about driving a bus and half about where the good food is in Mississauga. Okay, so, and we also took the bus around to all the Tim Hortons and got the better donuts from the good locations, because you got to know where the good Tim Hortons are. But we did go somewhere else. Oh, we also went to Red's. So I'm going to show you my pictures now of my food from Red's over the weekend. The lobster grilled cheese is so good. That also was Angus beef sliders, also so good. Reminds me of White Castle, but thicker patties. It's really good. It's almost like a cross between White Castle and the Keg. The chocolate cake, I'm not a big chocolate cake fan, but I will say Red Lobster's chocolate, I think it's Chocolate Dream. That cake is sex. My mother did like that chocolate cake. And it came on old grandma silverware or plateware, dinnerware. or China. That's what it was. It came on Old Grandma China. Also, here are my pictures of IHOP brunch. Yeah, so IHOP, oh, it was so good. The person who I went with, which I'm going to get to in a second, I know you're all dying to see it. We had to wait like an hour and a half to get in and then an hour for food, but it was so worth it. This IHOP in Brampton is way better than the IHOPs in Vancouver, Calgary, Niagara Falls, and even the ones I've been to in the US. I don't know what they put in the food, but it's outrageously amazing. Okay, next, let's get to... let's get to the IHOP competition. So, nobody guessed the person who I went to IHOP with for brunch. And to be honest, I was not expecting you to. Brazil didn't guess it either, which is ironic because here is who I went to brunch with at IHOP.
Purplet.
Lisa, darling, you're out.
I'm fucking pissed at CJ and Andrew.
It was Lisa from season 4. If any of you had guessed it, I was waiting for somebody to guess Lisa from season 1, and then I would say, which Lisa? And they would say season 1, and I would say no, and then somebody else would capitalize with the correct Lisa. But yeah, I went to brunch with Lisa. She moved to Halifax recently, and she did not like Halifax, which is weird because Cly loves Halifax. Michelle, my other friend, loves Halifax, and I've been to Halifax a few times, and I do like it, but to each their own. So she moved back now, and she starts at Burlington Transit on Tuesday. So good luck, Lisa, from season 4, with your new job. Okay, so nobody got it. So what I decided to do, I went back to what I was originally going to do, because the IHOP competition came out of nowhere. What I originally decided was in Saturday's episode, which would be day 39, one house guest noticed that the Lindor in the opening credits was flashing. That person let me know, and they have won an advantage in Tuesday's head of household competition. They were instructed not to tell anybody until Tuesday, though. So do not ask around because they're told to say no. And if that person does say anything, then they will lose their advantage, but they won't. Regarding the next head of household competition, I'm aiming for tomorrow night, Tuesday night. It is on Zoom. We haven't had a Zoom competition in a long time, since Grand Game, which was one at a time. I don't even remember before. Oh, the Eliminator, I guess, would have been the last one on Zoom. Of course, now I have to look it up. Stand by. Oh, we are so far behind. I'm looking at the clock now. Oh, dear Lord. The last Zoom competition with everybody, would have been the Eliminator. Wow, it's been a while. It is on Zoom. I was planning for Tuesday at 9 Eastern. The last few times I've done Tuesday at 9, people have asked for 9:30, so I'm going to set it for 9:30 and see if everybody's okay with that. Michael is outgoing head of house, so you're not eligible to compete. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. What I am going to say, it is a classic competition, but I have strongly changed or freshened up, but changed the rules. So it's going to be kind of different. We'll see how it works out. It might end up great. It might end up terrible. I don't know. But yeah. Okay. Also, with Javier winning the Golden Power Veto, I thought I'd mention to everybody, and this is quite interesting, that we're in week 6 now, and we have still not had a girl win a Golden Power Veto or Topaz Power Veto. The winners of the veto have been Tom, Ronnie, Michael, Owen, Michael, and Javier. So kind of waiting for a girl to win. And we've only had 2 female head of households, which would be Jenna and Kennedy, unless I'm just having a complete brain fart, but I believe so. Yeah. But hey, there's 5 guys and 5 girls in the house, so the girls are still doing pretty well. They've gotten 4 guys out right off the bat. So yeah, interesting. I also forgot in the episode to mention, of course I opened up the wrong thing, I forgot to mention when I was doing the rules for the Deal or No Deal Golden Power Veto competition that the previous winners, because whenever I do a classic comp I mention the winners, in Deal or No Deal history, and it gives them a shout out, the winners have been Jeffrey, season 1, who not only went on to win the season, but he holds the record still for highest Deal or No Deal score of all time with $500,000. He took the case, obviously. Callum almost had $750,000. He went for it, and he missed it. So close. Rob won it in Season 2. He went on to become 3rd place. Julie in Season 3, 5th. CJ Season 4, 5th. JoJo Season 5 went on to win the season, and Rhonda in Season 6 went on to become 4th. So the Deal or No Deal winner in every season has gone to at least 5th place and has won twice. So Javier, that's a good sign, I hope. Or I just jinxed you. But yeah, out of 6 Deal or No Deal winners, 2 have won, and everybody's made it to 5th. Okay, next, let's get to... before we get to the Golden Power Veto ceremony, one thing left. Javier is likely going to use a Golden Power Veto. Let's be real about this. So what's going to happen? There are for the replacement nominee. There are 2 cards remaining. The Joker has already been drawn, so we know it's a Jack, and we know that Michael is going to earn a bonus prize. Michael had to choose between number 2 and number 3. Michael chose number 2. We know it's going to be a Jack, but let's see what his bonus prize is. Oh, an extra vote. Michael, you have earned an extra vote. Any week from now, up to and including the week of the final 6, you may use this extra vote to cast 1 additional extra vote, or eviction vote rather. And you can use this if you are the head of household or one of the 3 nominees, which is helpful. So yeah, congratulations. Okay, so let's get to the Golden Power of Veto ceremony. Hello everyone, it is me, Javier, aka Bruno Ravioli from Dancing with the Stars. Now, my darlings, when you do the samba, you have to make sure that you get your hips into the samba, okay? You have to get your hips into the samba. If we don't see your bulge, you're not getting your hips into the samba. Also, my darlings, it is so important when you do the samba that you pretend you have an umbrella and your umbrella is it's windy. Oh, it is windy. Your umbrella is windy. Then you have to pretend that you want to get the bus. So that is how you dance the samba. It's bulge, umbrella, bus. Remember, darlings, it is bulge, umbrella, bus. And if all else fails, just do the Macarena. Nobody knows the difference on Dancing with the Stars. Also, remember, do a double bulge. Everybody likes it. This week has been unbelievable. I was nominated by Willy Wonka, and then I went over here, and then I went over there, and then I did a dance, and then I won the Golden Power of Veto. I couldn't believe it. And then I got 5 wedges. All in all, this week, 10! It was so exciting. Anyway, it was ravishing. It was marvelous. It was fantastic. I couldn't believe it. And I love the control you have. It was, and you were so sexy. It was such a sexy week. It was like a wolf. There was a wolf in sheep's clothing trying to get me. And I'm like, no, wolf, no. 10! Oh, don't listen to the British man next to me. He's he's not nice. And the one at the end, anyway, I won the Golden Power of Veto. And I have decided with the veto that Kilby and Kennedy, I would love to hear your case, but there's not much time, and you know, I want to stay in this game because this game is like an Argentinian asado, but a gay asado, which is like a gay barbecue where we all suck each other's meat off, and I want to stay in the meat suck-off game for as long as possible, so I'm going to use the Golden Power of Veto on myself, my darling. Now, Michael, my darling, your salsa, next week you have to dance the Paso Doble. So, who do you not want to see dance the Paso Doble? Put them on the block, Michael. Wow, that was a very inspiring speech. I really learned a lot about the samba. I'm going to try the samba too. Next time, why did they not invite me on Dancing with the Stars? It's very rude. Is it because I bit that guy's ear off? I think I should make a case. Anyway, I have decided, after a lot of thought, I looked around the house and I wanted to make sure I would nominate someone that people like and wouldn't be someone to go home. So I'm going to nominate, this person is liked in the house and I believe that people will not vote for this person at all. So good luck. I am going to nominate Bridget for eviction. And with that, this golden power veto ceremony is adjourned. Kennedy, Kilby, or Bridget, who will be evicted? Watch tomorrow as the final 3 nominees plead their case to stay in the game, and we learn about a twist for week 7. Expect the unexpected. And on Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house. Get a tummy ache from eating too much chocolate, lose their shot at the $700 cash prize, and be the last person to not make it to jury. Which, by the way, means if you are not Kennedy, Kilby, or Bridget, congratulations, you have clinched a spot in the final 9 and will be at the very least a juror who will be voting for the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. I'm Andrew Chefsick Moonves. Take care, and remember, no dinner at the Olive Garden is complete without an Andy's creme de menthe.